Okay, so we're going to do a garage tour in a public lobby, which is now empty. That makes it easier. My fan's running a little loud, so I do apologise for that. But I guess we'll start at the casino, which is where I put cars that I don't really like that much, but are still kind of too fancy for other garages. Here we go. This is my list as of the end of the Hot Wheels update, and of course I have my 2 Hot Wheels cars. Got my Dev SD8, which I've never liked particularly much, but you know, it is very fast. The MRS, which is hard to drive, but you know, it's the fastest car in the game. This one handles very well. This one, I quite like the Autark, but it's when you're actually driving it, it seems very narrow. Too narrow. Locust, well, it's a track day car, so it goes with these 2 track day cars. And of course, I had to have the emu livery because, I mean, Australian. I've got the V8 Mercedes, which, again, armoured. Again, a car I don't particularly like, but it's an armoured and it's fast because it's V8. Oh, V12, I do apologise, V12. And the armoured Range Rover, of course, long wheelbase. And this serves the purpose of when I'm in, I should be a security, so I can, of course, summon an armoured version of this somewhere. I've got so many cars. Baller LEW, that's actually armoured if you summon that. And I've got a long Hummer, because it's a limousine I can actually store in my garage. And yeah, that's this garage. Casino. We all have a casino. Well, not everyone. Got no sound at all. Might just... Let's face it, you know, if you're going to be driving an F1 car or an F4 or whatever this is, you need sound. So let's do that. I don't have any lights. Now I've got a lot of garages, they're all spread out. This video might take a while, but it is of course just a garage showcase. The player at level 644 with 126 million, who's basically been playing the game for 7 years or so, owns everything worth buying. There are vehicles I've sold, there are vehicles I don't own because they suck. There are vehicles I own which suck and I bought by mistake, like the Mule. Here we are at Eclipse Towers. This is my primary apartment, where I consider that my character currently lives. And I moved all these cars in here from Tinsel Towers, where I used to consider my primary apartment. But this one now has a better view, so this is all my favourite cars. These are my absolute favourites. We've of course got the Oppressor Mark 1, this is useful. We've got the Turismo R, in my opinion, the most beautiful car in the game. You don't need to spend $2.8 million on an MRS, you can just buy this. It's wonderful. It's plenty fast, it handles well, it can't go over a curb. We have the Kuruma, arguably the most useful, certainly the most useful car in the game. You can use it in all heist missions, and it's, yeah. We of course have ourselves a flying Delorean, because of course we do. I love the Osiris, it's 4-wheel drive, it's great. T20, pop-up spoiler, excellent vehicle. My Arcania, custom, Benny's original, beautiful machine, and well, I mean, just look at it. This is why I love this car. my original Grotti Carbonizzari, the Ferrari California or whatever it is. It's got a wonderful sound, it's quite fast, it handles reasonably okay. Although at maximum speed you really can't keep it on the ground, but it's still better than the 9F. Yeah, the Grotti Carbonizzari. I used to drive this all the time. And of course we have our Nissan Gtr, the LGR8, the free car, which everyone should have because it's free. It's still a great car for the longest time in the game, fastest sports car. And our Reaper. I mean, just look at it. It is beautiful, it is fast, it is just an awesome car. But of course, the Buccaneer has a party trick. I'm afraid a Ferrari can't do that. You wouldn't want to do that to a Ferrari. So let's go down to Tinsel Towers, which is my secondary apartment. What the hell did I hit? Something. Oh, my back's on the ground. Second best view in the game, this apartment. For the longest time it was my primary garage. Still arguably the best heist apartment, just for its location on the main street. Although Eclipse is... why did it do that? Obviously just as good. Alright, this is where I keep my super classics cars. It's not actually a super classic class, but they're super classics. I've also got my Gladiator 1, fantastic bike, and my Gtr. Between this, the fastest bike in the game, and this, the best handling bike in the game, you're covered. We of course have our Turismo Classic, which is of course the Ferrari F40, former fastest. This is the fastest sports classic car in the game, I believe. Well, in a straight line, the Deluxo is, but you can't race that. but around the track, this is fantastic. The Cheetah, obviously, the Torero, which is your classic Lamborghini Countach, which the spoiler's not quite high enough, but beautiful car. Infernus Classic, and across from it we have, of course, the Infernus, which is also, it really can't compete with the modern supercars, so I'll consider it a classic supercar. These are both wonderful vehicles. The Bullet, of course, classic GT40. The Ardent, which should have been the Stromberg but wasn't. So yeah, this is Tinsel Towers. Let's take the Countach out. Oh, just listen to that engine. Now we're going to go up market a bit, out into the Vinewood Hills, and we're going to see my more vintage car collection. Really high-end vehicles, aren't supercars. Remember which way it is. This one also actually has a wonderful view this moment, and of course it's the only house I have with a pool. Nice. And of course it's got the waterfall indoors. Probably should show you the interiors. Maybe I'll do that in a follow-up video. At the moment I'm doing a garage showcase. If you want to see interior shots of the houses, let me know. Of course we have our Enos Cognoscetti armoured, because you need an armoured limousine. We have our Z-Type, and which is, you know, fastest car in the world. Next to it, the Stafford, the classic Rolls, then the Vela, and the classic Rosa. Oh. So you can see all our cars from the 30s, the 40s along here, with the modern version at the front. Across here, we have the Wolfsbane, slow motorcycle, but oh man, look at it, it is beautiful. Beautiful machine. An Emperor. This is a classic Chevy. Not Chevy. Might be a Chevy. Cadillac. It's very smooth, very comfortable. Of course, have our Bond car. Classic Aston Martin DB7. With working machine guns and spikes. Finally. The Windsor Drop. And of course, our classic Rolls Bentley. The Super Diamond. I mean, just a beautiful vehicle. Let's take that out for a drive. So this is, yeah, high-end cars that are not supercars. These are luxury sedans. But of course the C-Type's actually really fast. Longest time it was the fastest going now. Right, now we're going to go a bit more down market. Probably shouldn't be leaving my rolls around. Let's go to the arcade. And there are faster ways to get around. Last time I did one of these showcases, I think I was flying my helicopter. But this is Grand Theft Auto. Let's take the car. Not that far. We will use a helicopter later because my last garage, it's up north a bit. I'll definitely have a shot. How dare you reckon I roll with bloody bus driver? Yeah, it doesn't have brakes, just a very powerful engine. Oh, that's a warehouse. I used to have the garage there, but then this became available, so I just put everything into this and was able to finally get the 6-car again. Used to have a 6-car garage here, close to Trevor's Airfield, and I needed to sell it because I needed more space. That's where I kept my off-roaders. Now, of course, 20 cars is not enough space for all my off-roaders. So here we have the arcade, obviously set up for a heist. The government does not know that. Presser Mark II, D-Class Ranger. You can hold 8 people, with 4 sitting on the outside. And of course the primary reason is it's low-key, it's nondescript. It's, you know, it's what I haul arcade machines and things in when I don't need a trailer. Lifeguard, of course. And fitting with the arcade, we of course have our Riddle Miss Robot Bubblegum car and her arch enemy car. Good old Princess Robot. Alright, let's get out of here a little bit faster perhaps. So now we're going to be heading, of course, for the Maze Bank Arena, which, yeah, that was an idea of Rockstar's. Nobody likes our adversary modes. Let's have an entire DLC around adversary modes. That'll go down well. So we've got a few different garages here. We'll start on the main workshop level. And here we have our arena vehicles, the mighty Cerberus. When this is coming, people would catch on fire. Imperator. The June FAV, which I have it here because it sort of fits with the whole apocalypse theme, and it's about as useful as some of these cars, even if it can't jump and fly. Dominator. We of course have our racing car, the Future Shock. Stock Imperator. Death Bike. This of course, the Karen Everin. Again, this is here because it just sort of, it fits with the garage and it can haul equipment and things. Pretty good off-roader this actually. And next to it we have our little, what just happened? Oh, my controller died. Basically our Super Dune, it's basically Richard Hammond's Dune buggy. In Essendon colours because of course. And of course the mighty Sass. Pretty sure I gave that a name. It's not showing the names of the vehicles. Well, maybe when I get in, I think I'll call this Kerrers or something. Yeah, let's state this. Oh, yeah, let's say that. No, it doesn't tell me. Oh well. Not important. Very cool car. Level 1. Here's where I keep my old junkers that I have. You know, I am a criminal mastermind and I need cars that are discreet, that can act as watchdogs. So I have a lovely Emperor here in very good condition, and next to it I have my Junker Emperor, because you know it's one of those things, junk version of all the good cars. I've also got the Junk Tornado, world's slowest taxi cab. This is not a joke. This is a beautiful car, and the reason it's here is because frankly I ran out of room in my nightclub, which we will get to. But yeah, that's a good car. But again, it can bounce up and down, and it sort of fits with the cars here. They're here because I can use them for arena. You know, the government comes in. All these are for the rallies. What are they called? Wreckfest? Let's just call it Wreckfest. Rat Rod. Gibberick. Rebel. They're all for the demolition derbies, that's the word I was looking for. But of course, and just to show off, because again, this garage is all about, they can fit in with the arena, or they can quietly case joints without doing undue notice. And down here, I have my minis. Also other cars. But of course, we have our little Mini Classic, our Mini Convertible, our Mini Competitor, our Mini Racer, our Mini Tourer, One is for free at the casino. It's useless, but it sort of fits with the whole mini thing. And a couple of really good rally cars, which again, they're for the whole, well, this is the arena war. I can actually use these on the track in the arena war. Not really, but it's for roleplay purposes they work, okay? For roleplay purposes it fits in. Now, of course, we head down to the airport. Other direction. Oh no, there's one. Almost forgot about this. Special vehicles warehouse. Which, I mean, they're all the same, but we all have our customs. Where the fucking stairs are. Pardon my French. But all the collections, they don't really sell cars here much. It's mostly for show. There we go. So this boy's won me a few time trials before they disabled special vehicles, because how dare you win a race that takes you 2 hours to try and complete. Yeah, it's not about shitting on Rockstar. Yeah, we've got our Quadricenti. We of course have Kit, the Nissan with a gun, the unarmored thing, the Wastelander, good for transporting things. If it, you know, doesn't actually have an engine. Oh yes, this is a fantastic vehicle. This bashes everything away. I kind of forgot this existed. Rocket Baltic, ramp buggy. Yeah, let's take Kit out. There's some Mad Max cars and stuff in there. I don't have a flashing red light at the front, but I've got red lights in them. Go away, Simeon, no one knows you. Let's come down to the airport. That was bad traction in the show. This is where I keep cars, well, joke cars to be honest. There's a few other things in here as well. So here's my front wheel drive. The Buggy, good in snow, so of course it's got the skis. It's where I keep my estates, my station wagons. Again, if I need to be discreet, if I need to transport people without the it looking special, well, I have a fast one. I have one that exists. I have that. Got to have your Regina, beautiful old Woody. And here we have some special cars. We have the Donk, which goes up, not down. We have the Moonbeam, which the beautiful, beautiful van of muscle car, which is Rockstar. And we have the single best vehicle in the game. Nothing compares. The Paradise. Look at it. Isn't it just a work of art? It's paradise. It really is. I seem to be missing one. Where the heck's my Faggio? Supposed to have a Faggio in here. Oh, I remember. No, I think I remember where I put my Faggio. We'll get to that in time. Let's take out the best vehicle in the game, and we're going to go to a nightclub, as befits a work of art. This might take a while. Because of course you do. Isn't it just marvellous, magnificent? It even slows the world. Oh, it's a nice sunset. That didn't happen. Get out of the wrong side of the road, you damn Yanks. Don't you know you're driving on the left? Here we go, nightclub. Prepare for copyrighted music. So this is where I keep my supercar, the scramjet, for flying over people's heads. And because you come out of the nightclub, lady on your arm or a man or whatever, and you hop in this and you go for a fly. I don't know, it just works here. It just works. Of course, we have our support vehicles. The van, which is fast but is so front heavy it spins a circle every time you turn a corner. The mule, which is a piece of junk. And the big heavy truck. I've gone the wrong way. Well, we might as well have a look at the Terabyte. I'm lost. Here's our Terabyte. Black and red for Essendon. Not a bad vehicle. Trouble is, everything the Terabyte does is what the MOC was supposed to do, and doesn't. I'm lost again. And now we get into the actual garages. We'll start with level 2. Which, if I'm remembering correctly, should be sports classics. Let's see. Yeah, sports classics. Some of these are technically muscle cars, but sports classics. We've got our beautifully restored Tornado Custom Velvet. We've got our Peyote, which should be a low rider, even has the thins, but they won't let us modify it at Benny's because Rockstar. Love this car. We've got the Rapid GT Classic. Look at that interior. Just look at that interior. That's what it's about. The Mamba, sport classic roadster. They call it a muscle car, but look at it. Of course, the Coquette Classic, beautiful car. Stinger and the Stinger GT. And the Swinger. Sterling GT. Monroe, I mean. Now we head down into muscle cars. As we transition, you know, there's a bit of overlap. And again, this is less based on the actual classes as to what they seem to fit. Oh, this is the Hot Rod Garage. Well, they're muscle cars as well. This is where I keep my hot rods. Drift Yosemite, it drifts. Gasser, it can't turn a corner to save its life. Kind of fits. We also have the Hot Knife, the Hustler, the Frankenstrange, Monster Car, the best engine sound in the entire game. The Rat Truck, which is, I don't think they've patched it. There's a glitch you can use to make this go super fast. Slam Van Custom, the old bench seats, Clique, and of course the Hermes. And the Avenger Jetpack. They sort of fit with a period, which is why they're here. But yeah, this is the Hot Rod Garage. And so 4 must be muscle cars. I'll switch these two over. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Well, at least he's not wasting his time checking to see if the things are still on. Yeah. Uber Turbo Custom. Never really found an interior I like, but you know, look at it. It's on fire. Sabre Turbo, because of course, one interesting that the turbo's got nitrous and the Tucson doesn't. Nightshade, wonderful looking car. And of course we have the Duke of Death. The Alley. Beautiful machine. Coquette Blackfin. You know, I'd like to have this in the Sports Classics, but there's not really room. But it's a muscle car. Here we have our Ponte Ruiner, the classic Pontiac Firebird, which there is no livery with a bloody chicken on the front bonnet, which I hate. I mean, they don't have to copyright the thing. They could come up with a livery like an eagle or something. Anything. But no, it just doesn't feel right without the flaming chicken. But I've got to have a Firebird because you've got to have a Firebird. Speaking of Firebirds, here's our Phoenix. With the British flag on top, we've got the Imponte Dukes. And the Vigero, which is actually a really nice, you know, a lot of these old muscle cars are overlooked because they're slow and they can't turn a corner and they're cheap, but sometimes they're just nice. Listen to that roar. This is why I like the Gtr. Listen to that engine. But now we will get out of helicopter because we do actually have quite a way to go. So, what have we got that's fast? Oh no, can't do music, copyright. Just a reminder folks, the turbulence in this game does go down as your flying skill increases. The best way to boost your flying skill is in fact the fight school. You can get through the first 2 missions. The third mission, you can repeat it endlessly. It takes about less than 2 minutes to complete, and you will get a quarter of a bar every time. Even if you fail it, I think. And the first time you do the fight school missions, they actually pay well, so worth doing. So we might stop by the aircraft hangar first, seeing as it's on the way. Not going to be getting everything out of storage. But it's set up to look cool, which is really what I do with all my garages.
You've got access to the airspace. Come to the hangar.
I'm gonna get blown up. I survived! Excellent. Anyone you can walk away from, mate? What just happened? There we go. So we have our stealth chopper, which I'm not going to call this a must-buy vehicle, but if you're doing missions in public lobbies and you can afford it, you want this thing. The ability to go off the map is so useful. Our, of course, classic Mustang. Very, very fast. Wonderful vehicle. I mean, the Rogue. Let's face it, you've got explosive cannons, lock-on missiles, and bombs. I mean, yeah. Everyone loves the ultralight. The Hydra, excellent vehicle. You want to go sun flying? I recommend, if I can remember what it's called, the Howard, the Hughes. No, this is the Howard. There is, of course, another one that's even more agile, but in my opinion, it's unflyable because I crash it 100% of the time. Of course, that could just be me. This is a wonderful machine. We, of course, have our not the best plane in the game. This fires so slow that it's just not as effective as the laser beam on this. And I'm considering putting another vehicle in its place, but we'll think about that. Fastest 2-seater plane. Having a 2-seater jet is useful. Of course, we've got our duster. Got to have a duster. Sometimes it's just fun to go out and just fly. Land on water. And land on water. Cargobob, of course. Everyone needs a Cargobob. That is a must-buy vehicle. Titan, yeah, you can open the back. Hunter, not a bad helicopter. Pretty effective. Barrage missiles, but not the best. Havoc. Yeah, I've only got the Havoc so I can summon it, and frankly it's kind of crap. Molotov, which is on discount at the moment. It's very fast, Jet. Yeah, if you got the money. Laser. Some people say it's worthless because you can steal one for 2 stars. But I've got a stealth laser. So, yeah, that's awesome. Savage. Now this is an excellent piece of machinery, the Savage. It's got the same laser explosive cannon as the Hydra and the laser. It seats 4 people. It's got missiles, rapid fire lock-on missiles. No armour, unfortunately, but it's a very, very good thing. And of course we've got more seaplane. Strike Force. I want that. I think I'm going to leave the yeah, I think I'm going to leave the Savage out, actually. That works. That's just... I do love that plane. Let's go for a fly. Somehow. And to avoid doing unnecessary stuff, let's summon our MOC so we can just have a look at it on the outside. Where are you going to summon? Somewhere. That's my MOC. It's just like every other MOC. It's got the America Burning the World livery. There's just something so appropriate about that. Plus it is, let's face it, the coolest livery for it. Apparently came with the car. Forever fighting freedom. That's America's motto. Strike Force has that brum sound. Unfortunately, though, it's almost like firing tracer rounds. There's such a delay between each shot that you can't just I did that. That was me. I did that. Well, this is going to be appropriate. Let's get Sanchez.
Well, howdy, monkeys on go.
Where in the hell is that fucking thing? Where is it? Parachute? There. One of those annoying things, every single time you get into a new session, especially if you've logged out, or you do a mission, that's what it is. Every time you do a heist or a mission, it resets your aircraft helmet to be on, whether you want it on or not. And every time you enter a new mission, it resets your parachute to not having a reserve shooter and just being some random colour. You have to fix it every time. I've got a tips on that, I think. Well, we're about to be claimed, so let's be quick in here and talk over the radio. Yep, talking over the radio. So we have our skull bike. We have our road bike. I mean, yeah, look at that. We have our classic, the Gladiator Gargoyle, I mean. This is a great off-road bike. And the thing is, with that, you'll use a tyre glitch to make it the fastest bike in the game. I mean, look at it. It's an old military bike. Everyone's got to have an old military bike. Electro. That's why I can't see the bloody things. Cliffhanger is actually a fantastic off-road bike. It really is. You can go up pretty much sheer cliffs. Got my Hikachu, which always kills me. My Hikachu Drag. And the Sanchez. Classic old Sanchez. I don't have the whatever it's called, the fastest off-road bike in the game, because it's ugly. It's got these two hideous front lights and it's just ugly. I'd rather take the Sanchez. It's not that much slower, to be honest. Still competitive. But yeah. So let's take this out. A skull bike, which I've kept. I haven't. It's not letting me drive. My controller's gone off again. I need new batteries, but I'm not going to replace them when I'm just driving around. Now, it's supposed to have red lights. I've kept them blue because Death should have blue eyes because I am a Discord fan. I don't want to go now on that. Just select. I use the Bulletproof Helmet as my bike helmet because that way when I come off and I hit my head, I might survive. Because any headshot, including hitting a rock with your head in this game, will kill you instantly. But the Bulletproof Helmet protects you. So, Avenger Jetpack. Fire truck in red for fire. Surf blue for our submarine. Vigilante, and of course matte black. Second Delorean, this time in black because for stealth work. Useless missile launcher. APC. Excellent vehicle this. Barrage, not so useful. Keeping it for the looks of it, but I may sell it. I haven't decided. Used to have a half track, sold it because it's just so stupidly slow. Tank, this is very useful. And of course snow livery. It's stealthy in snow. Weaponized Tamper. Great car. I used to use it a lot in missions, but now that the helicopters fire back, it's a little more dangerous. And of course our Insurgent Pickup Custom, which is powerful. It really is. And with that, there's only really one more garage left to see. Let's not take that, it's too slow. As I said, I used to have a garage really right here, which was useful because, you know, you got your bike garage here, you got a 6-car garage here, but I had to sell it because I needed more garage space. This is before the arena, before the nightclub. And I kept my off-roaders here. Oh! I haven't shown you Maze Bank. Let's do that last. Yeah, we've got 4 more garages to see. It's actually really awkward to enter this garage though, it's kind of annoying. And the fact there's 6 cars isn't enough for off-roaders for me. 20 cars isn't enough for off-roaders for me. Let's go see my bike garage. We've just seen one bike garage. I have a second one. And that's where I put my Faggio. The scooter buddy. Scoot. I used to keep it in my clown garage, but not anymore. And again, I've got it out here because I wanted something. I wanted a garage in Toledo Bay, same as I wanted a garage in Sandy Shores. And if I had a 10 car, I'd take it. But yeah, I wanted a house in Toledo Bay, so when I have to flee the city, I can do so. And again, this is where the mountains are. If you want to go off-roading, it's useful to go off-roading where the off-road is. Because again, why I had the off-road thing down in Sandy Shores, or Harmony actually, and why I have got my off-road bikes, well, they're not really, you'll see, the quad bikes. And this. So I've got a house, it's kind of crap. And a little camp. Here we go, quad bikes. So we have the full thing. We have my Faggio, of course. We have another Western Demon, this one with the Lost livery because I stole it off a Dead Lost. We have our Lifeguard. We have our rod. We have our regular Blazer. And we have our racing Blazer. So that's this garage. And I guess we saved the best for last because we've still got to cover the CEO offices, which I completely forgot existed. See, too many garages in this game. What I want them to do, which they won't do, is give us a new 60 car garage underneath our CEO office, and then I could store more cars in there. And maybe let us buy a few more other garages as well. Link it up to 10. But as you can see, I've already got too many garages. Let's head back to the city. I'm wondering if it would be faster to teleport. Yeah, probably would be actually. Let's teleport back to the city. This is why I keep the heist set up. I don't remember what I'm driving right now. Let's find out. And I have cops on me. Brilliant. And a skull light. That fits. This thing's very fast, but not very good at turning corners. I should probably avoid the police station. Going this way anyway. As you can see, these aren't planned. They're unedited because I don't know how to edit. This is just an experienced GTA player. What you can get to without mods, without cheating. This is what's possible. And it's really the whole point of the game. So starting Garage 1, off-roaders. As I said, 20 cars is not enough. And it's because I don't just count off-roaders. I mean, some of them. The Dune Buggy. People will dismiss this. This thing is really cheap and really, really fun. You just take this for a blast off-road. It's awesome. Of course, we've got our classic Bifter. Proper Dune Buggy. Wonderful. We have our Princess Robot, Sultan RS. Really good rally car. She's a dirty girl. We've got a regular Sultan next to it. Also a good rally car. All drive. Comet Safari. And a roller. So these are all basically rally cars. And yeah, I mean, they're all good cars. This one can swim. This one's quick. This one's great. This one's even better. This one's cool. This one's fun. We head up here and we get into some serious off-roaders. The trophy truck. I used to have the other one. The trophy truck goes with the other one that looks like it. They're both exactly the same. This is like half a second faster, but I like the looks of it a lot better. We've got our Night Shark, which, you know, that's actually a really good SUV. We've got our Jeep, which is crap, but I like to look at it. Rumpo Custom. This is a really good car. Bulletproof window, well, bullet resistant windows. Great ground clearance, pretty fast. Classic Insurgent. So this is like the Brutes. This thing is really fast. Great off-road machine. Trophy truck and I can't remember. And up here I've got my Utes. So we've got the Bobcat. We've got our Saddler with a roof rack. We've got a Camacho, which is really fast. We've got a Contender, which is really fast with a winch that doesn't work. We've got our Dubster 6x6, which can't turn into a corner to save its life and is useless in the wet, but it looks cool. Really cool. In green and gold for Australia. We've got the Riata, which is pretty good off-roader, and of course we've got our classic Sand King, which, I mean, just look at it. Which, I don't have the extended fuel tanks because I like the extra ground clearance. That's the whole point of the Sand King, ground clearance. That's my Utes up there. Most of my Utes. I've got a few scattered around, as you've seen, for various purposes. Garage 2, sports cars. All the sports cars that aren't in my special garages, like Eclipse Towers, they're here. Some of them are technically supercars, like the Baltic, but the Baltic's so slow I wouldn't really consider it a supercar. It's a sports car. The Prior really should be in with my supercars. The fastest car in the bloody game. Yeah, it is technically a sports car. Rapid GT, I've got it because it's a nice car. Some of the old school cars, they may not be able to compete. Some of them can, but they're still cool. Neon in copper gold, electric car. GTS Bestia. This is a wonderful car, this little Ferrari. Based on the Ferrari four-wheel drive family car thing. It corners perfectly flat. Like there's only one other car that does that. Should see it in a minute. Oh, it's right here. The Verlier. Yeah, the Bestia and the Verlier. These are the only two cars that, in my experience, corner perfectly flat. They do not lift at all. Well, this is not the fastest car in the world. It's got an incredible V10 engine. And this is just a wonderful vehicle. And four-wheel drive, if I recall correctly. I might be wrong. Pretty sure it's four-wheel drive. It's a great car anyway. And up here I got my race cars. So I got my Sacro race car. I have also got my Stratos. Lancia. Yes. This is a great rally car. Really good. Comet Retro Custom. Slow, but looks cool. And then we've got a regular Comet next to it. Comet SR. Schlagen GT, and 770. And so much for sports cars. Oh, we've got another level. And more racing cars. So, drift. Futo. I don't have a spoiler on it because this is for drifting. And you don't want that extra traction. That's why I've got the classic lowrider wheels on it. Not only because white walls are awesome, but no traction on the white walls. This was the Dominator. Fastest muscle car. Kelly GTO. Fastest sports car, I believe. If you can handle the bumps, which I can't. Coquette. Beautiful machine. EC Sport. Why is this not one of my other ECs? I don't know. Probably because it's a sports car. Fits all the races. Of course, we've got our classic Nissan Skyline. And the Felsa. Great car. Which I never drive. I don't know why this is here. It is. Probably because it fits, you know, a lot of these garages are designed because they look cool. I spent hours and hours finding the right way to, you know, moving one car to the left, one car to the right, one car up, one car down. They're not all one colour like in some other garages. I choose the best car colour for the car, supercars. And I'll sometimes spend more colour switching between paint, more money switching between paint jobs than the actual car cost. Because you've got to get the right colour for the right car, which is generally yellow for Lamborghinis and red for Ferraris, but not always. Oh, and silver for Mercedes. Krieger, you know, you want to be competitive in races, and I haven't done racing since 2014, but yeah, it's a great car. Ocelot Xa21, I really like this one. Again, pop-up spoiler is great. Pegasus Rosso, you've got to have a convertible Lamborghini in yellow because it's a Lamborghini. Vapid FMJ, my Batman car. When those red lights at the back illuminate, it's like jets, so yeah, Batman. Cheetah, great car. Tyrus, great car. I passed my adders. I must be up here. There you go. XA Proto. The problem with this car is it came in before downforce was the thing. This car is very fast. It's great for stunt tracks, but it can't wall ride because it has no downforce and it desperately needs it. You always go off the track. Imagine this with downforce would be so good. Great car though. 811, fastest supercar. Beautiful machine. Wagner, beautiful machine. Frax, here we get into our, yeah, we got our Frax, we've got our Adder, we've got our Nero, and we got our Nero Custom. So these are all the Adders. And where is my Banshee? Must be upstairs. In the there we go. We got our Entity XF. We got our Entity XXR. We got our Trojan GP1, Tally GPT, which I really like. Penetrator. Here we go. The Banshee 900R and the regular Banshee. Hang on, give me a second, I'll figure this. It's not a Mustang, it's Chevrolet. Stingray. Corvette Stingray? No. I'll get this. I'll get this. Everyone's laughing at me for not remembering this. bugging me. Let's take this out for a spin. I'll try and think of... Yeah, these shouldn't be supercars because they can't turn the corner, but... Buffalo. Ada. Cobra. No, not Shelby Cobra. Ford. It's not Ford. It's one of those companies that makes Utes in America. The Dodge. It's not a Dodge Charger. It's not a Dodge Challenger. It's a Dodge Viper. I knew it had something to do with snakes. Dodge Viper. And that's it. That's my car collection and planes and bikes. Helicopters. That's a really good car. Right. Not too many cars. And you know which one I always drive? When I'm in 90% of the time. And it's sad to say it, the Oppressor Mark II. But if I'm actually driving a car, I'll almost inevitably go for the Turismo R. This is a beautiful, beautiful machine. But then so many of these cars are beautiful, beautiful machines. Don't have to spend a fortune doing this game. This is Gladiator, signing out. So my memory being what it is, I completely forgot about an entire garage. I did. I forgot about an entire garage. Could have been worse. Really forgot about May's meat. But yeah, I forgot an entire garage. My sedan's garage. It's pretty much my most boring garage. It is my most boring garage. It used to be here, of course. Everyone gets this as standard. There's two problems with this building. One is if you've got a tall vehicle like a Sand King, you will scrape it every time you drive out of the car park. And the other is you basically have a view of a back lot. The view sucks. So I moved it. I moved it to Rich's Majestic. And it is a forgettable garage, so I keep my forgettable vehicles in it. My sedans. There was no bad cars in there. They're all good cars. They're just really not that memorable cars. Except maybe the 9F, which is a beautiful machine, but the Audi R8, everyone's got to have an Audi R8. But yeah. So this is what I forgot to add on to the last video, which hopefully this... I'm no good at editing. I don't edit, but I'm going to try and combine these two vehicles together. So we have our Audi R8 Cabrio Spider, and there it is. Cannot keep it on the ground at speed. We're fully upgraded, but it's beautiful to look at. Opposite it, we got our Zion Cabrio Spider, which around a track is, according to Bruffy 1322, is the fastest convertible, and I think the fastest. I can't remember all the tracks. Fastest of something. Exemplar, used really good at handling corners, nothing to better some of the other things. Jackal, this thing's just wonderful to drive, the Jackal, I really like it. Revolta, despite the revolting name, it's quite nice inside. It actually handles really good. Despite the name, this is actually a really nice little four-seater car. We've got our Paragon R armoured because, you know, coupe is probably the word I'm looking for. Buffalo, S, the Beast, bicycles. Oh, I forgot to mention bicycles. I've got bicycles in most of my garages, you've probably seen them. Yeah. Komodo, surprisingly good vehicle. Won it for free, so that's why I got it. And the Fallon GT. I quite like it. So yeah. I forgot to include this into our garage. In fact, when I second went to re-record this video, I forgot to activate OBS. Also, I'm going to get claimed for copyright because of all that music. So that's the thing. But I'm not actually monetizing this video anyway. But, yeah. Missed garage. Sedans. You haven't missed much. But that is it. That is all my vehicles. Except for Pegasus. We might as well cover Pegasus just before we go. Ringing, ringing.
Hello, you're through to Pegasus
I
Lifestyle
have a
Management.
pickup,
How can I
a
help?
technical, and a limo. I have a tank. I have a Cargobob. In fact, I have 2 Cargobobs. I also have the Jetson. Because after 3 years of waiting for them to finally put the Cargobob in the game, the second they were available, I bought both. I have the Annihilator. I have the Velcry. Why do I have the Annihilator? The Annihilator sucks. I must have got it for free at some point. The Velcry is great if you've got a team. Useless on your own. The Savage is fantastic. Swift Deluxe is, when did I buy the Swift Deluxe? I bought it at some point when I had too much money. I just realised my mic was miles away and you probably haven't heard a word I'm saying. I'll check that on the video later. Super Valido, I do use this all the time actually, it's nice. The Carbon, Super Valido Carbon, again I bought it just for reasons. Voltus, pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I have more. Shamal, Forgettable, Mallard, that's your stump plane, it's quite good. Cuban 800, got it for free with the hanger. Crap. Duster, awesome. Titan, useful. Vestra. I bought this after the prison break came out and I thought I'd be able to open the back door. I couldn't open the back door. So I haven't... Wait, is that the Vestra? Or someone else? One of them. I can't even remember what my planes are anymore.
Call again. Goodbye.
Doctor. Here you get a better look. What do I own? The Z1. I don't own this one. That's the one I was talking about. That is unflyable. I keep crashing it. Nimbus. I had one of those at some point. Super Valido Carbon, Swift Deluxe. Really nice. Vellum. The Vellum 5-seater. That's the one from the prison break, which I bought because I wanted to basically practice it. But you can't open the bloody rear door on it, which is annoying. Shamal is forgettable. Cuban 800, terrible. Annihilator, I must have got it for free because I would not have spent $1.8 million on a worthless helicopter like this. It's great in GTA 4 where it has explosive cannons. Titan, you know, you can put stuff in the back. It explodes, but you can put stuff in the back. The Vellum. Why do I own a Vellum? Oh, I don't even know anymore. I've never bought a Luxor because you can just steal them from the airport. But I do own a Luxor Deluxe. I bought it after doing Criminal Masterminds. And some plane missing here. Where is it? Bezra I've got. Bezra is really fast, really agile. I was flying once in a Bezra and the model was trying to blow up everyone on the map. I was flying so fast he couldn't destroy me. That was nice. Mallard stump plane. I'm not seeing it. Sea Breeze, you've seen. Billjet. Yeah, this holds more passengers than any other plane in the game. It holds, I believe, 18 passengers. Still doesn't hold 32. That's why they need to put the bloody jet into the game. That's what it's called, the jet, the jumbo jet. So while I'm being claimed for all this advertising, I was calling Pegasus. That's right. I should not even be in here.
Hello, this is Pegasus
So
Lifestyle
yeah, boats.
Management.
I
How
got the
can I help?
Marquis. I basically got all the boats. So just why not? The one everyone should own is the dinghy because you can CEO summon it. The Toro isn't worth it. It's too slow. Same for the Tug. Jetmax is pretty good. Monster trucks, I've got the Liberator and the Marshall Australia. Trucks, I've got the Mule, which sucks, and the Brigade. And the one I actually want to buy, which I can't get. Can't remember what that one is. Transport, I got all the buses, because they were all free, or like $200 or something at one point. Dump, taxi, dozer. You know what I really want? The tractor. Submarine, Kraken.
Call again.
And there we
Goodbye.
go. So Gladiator, signing off. I hope you heard all that and that doesn't claim me too much. But I'm not going to put advertising on this. If there is any, it's from YouTube copyright. Signing off.